Welcome back to American Artist Road Trip. This is part 2 of our look at the Denver mural scene. And what we're going to look at today are some of the styles and techniques used by today's mural artists, and get a glimpse into the trend of murals being absorbed into the graffiti culture. Traditionally, we know murals as being painted by artists with a paintbrush and a set agenda. But these days, a spray can and a free-form attitude seem to be taking over. And one of the best examples of this is a block-long wall near my studio. There's a certain hierarchy that needs to be followed when getting accepted to showcase your work here. On what are referred to as legal walls, like this one, someone approves of the perpetual change that seems to happen almost on a daily basis. More and more building owners in Denver are giving graffiti-type artists a chance to create and show off their skills in a safer and legal way, especially in the light of day. At a popular gathering called Colorado Crush last summer, artists were invited from around the country to show Denver their talents using spray cans and their vision. I was lucky enough to catch up with the mayor of Denver and get his feedback.
This is phenomenal. It's groundbreaking here in Denver. We've been trying to deal with issues around graffiti for several years now, even when I was on city council. And quite frankly, this Colorado Crush concept that they're doing here, where we identify nice canvases for the spray paint artists. What do we call them?
Spray paint artists.
Spray paint artists. It's exactly what we've identified as a best practice. If you want to do effectively with graffiti and tagging, you really give the young people a canvas and say, go at it, and let them express themselves artistically. And man, as you can see, this is some of the most phenomenal artwork. People would pay thousands of dollars for this kind of artwork, and it's going to decorate this alley for at least a year with these beautiful pieces of art. It's a phenomenal piece, you know. This will be a concept. Actually, we can take some of these dumpsters and say, now you make your art piece out of these dumpsters, and hopefully we won't have any tagging. But I think people are going to respect these pieces of art, and again, it's a best practice here in Denver.
An artist I went out of my way to track down during this gathering was Gama Acosta. His style and moniker have become synonymous with the Denver mural scene the past couple of years. There's a certain surrealism and storytelling with every piece I've witnessed by Gama. He's very humble in his personality and lets his artwork speak for itself. His use of color is engaging, and his range of emotion is always genuine. I talked to Gama briefly during a break in the action.
To all the people who support and appreciate it. When I can, it's just, if it's public art, it's not your own project. As soon as you paint it, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the whole city, the neighborhood, anybody with the camera. I like to involve people, involve themselves in the process. It's nice. It becomes a collaboration, because people don't have to tell you that they like your work, and just the fact that anybody would like anybody else's work is, you owe it to them and to yourself to give back.
Kind of collab together, come up with these concepts of doing these photorealism portraits and black, white, gray, kind of the galaxy theme.
This finished collaborative piece can still be seen at 27th and Larimer.
So it just feels good to be able to involve people, and then when people actually go out of their way to help you, feel the urge to express themselves in that way. Worst case scenario was
I caught up with Gama again on Valentine's Day in Boulder and asked him about a powerful piece he had created in response to the Sandy Hook tragedy. Visual with all the political turmoil that was going on behind that.
I don't know, disappointment, frustration with how some people think problems need to be solved, or that thing was definitely not political. That was more of just an emotional thing.
His connection between his art and the community is imperative. This past year, Gamma undertook a rather large mural project in Longmont, Colorado. This breezeway downtown illustrates many important people and events that helped shape this community. Residents were actually invited to share images that they owned, and it was some of those memories that helped gel this project and get the artist an even closer connection to this work. Some of his recent works just pop out and grab you, but it's a mural done last year that really garnished some attention. This is the third mural he has painted on the south wall of Certified Customs, a tattoo parlor on South Broadway.
The third time I painted that wall, and we wanted to do, there was a few ideas we were throwing around, but we ended up deciding on doing something original.
Just kind of trying to find the right concept for something that would have like an emotional connection to people if they were walking by. And he's done a couple murals for us now, and they were good, and they got people's attention, but we were trying to find something that would be a little bit controversial and also send a message of something that we're trying to put across side to that. But started coming up with different ideas, and the one of me tattooing my son was the one that kind of came out. And it happened pretty quickly. Like, we talked to Gamma about it, and he liked the idea for sure. My wife was all for it, and everybody was kind of, it just seemed like a really funny idea. My son's a funny guy, so we sat him down for about 10 minutes in the chair, set the machines up, and put him there, and just started telling him to laugh, cry, look like he was mad, happy. And the perfect one where he really looks like he's screaming, and the point we wanted people to, some people are taking it the way and thinking that we're like promoting that, or that I actually did tattoo my 3-year-old son, which is kind of ridiculous, but it worked, and I'm glad we did it now. So.
It's real powerful, I mean, to say the least. And then your son, Chico, yeah, what was his reaction?
I think he's still not sure how to take it. Yeah, he sees it now, and I'm sure he loves it. I really do. It's one of the coolest murals that I've ever seen. Like, not even trying to be objective, I really think that is one of the coolest ones I've seen.
Among the classic murals, there are new ones popping up every day. If you see one that moves you, or have a favorite, send us an image and we'll post it on our Facebook page. And don't forget, we have 2 new projects in the works: American Music Road Trip and American Brewing Road Trip, with Patrick Owen Boyle along for the ride. You can find both of these projects on YouTube, or just go to AmericanRoadTrips.co.